Hi there, it's Bren. Welcome back to part 2 of this month's self-spoken blog series, where we're discussing how to use your hands more effectively so they're enhancing your overall message and never distracting from it. Today we're focusing on how to get your hands to help you communicate the nonverbal message you want to be sending. For example, if you were in a prospective client meeting, you might want to communicate nonverbal messages like, "You can trust me," "I know what I'm talking about," "We're in this together," or "I'm here to help." In this clip I'm about to show you, I'm working with my brilliant client Raj, who's working on communicating with more confidence in his meetings with American investors. English isn't Raj's first language, and it's important to me, especially when I'm working with people from different cultures, to teach them how certain signals are typically expressed and received, so they can make their own decisions about which messages will serve their goals and which might undercut them. And that goes for anyone I work with, whether you were born where you're doing business, you recently moved, or you live on the other side of the world. If you take the time to learn the communication signals of the culture you're doing business with and can really adapt your behavior accordingly, you'll only be more effective. Let's roll the clip. Looks really good. Okay, so hands, keep thinking about this all the time. Over time, you'll always, even me when I'm talking to an audience of hundreds of people, I still every time have that little moment of like, hands, go. And it's a little bit awkward in my own mind, but then once I kind of turn that light on, I don't think about it anymore.
All right.
So the more you kind of practice this all the time, the more natural and automatic it will be. I also really like that your hands are open. So especially in Western cultures, this kind of this kind of move, anytime the hands are like sideways this way, is a turn off. So it's like I'm talking at you. It's not a bad thing. And again, it's not that I want to Americanize you or anything like that, but just in terms of non-verbally sending the message that like you're on the same page, keep doing that. Think the tennis balls, open palms and just soft. Is really nice.
All
If
right.
I start talking to you like this, like we have about 100 projects going on. We're exactly doing, so you want to watch out for kind of turning the hands over, because then it looks like I'm demanding that you do what I, as opposed to, we've got 100 projects going on. And right now with my body, I'm communicating that this could be a really great opportunity for you too. See how that's
All
different?
right. I see.
Okay, good. So just to reiterate, you want to pay attention to the shape of your hands, and more specifically, the direction your palms are facing. If your hands are carrying a lot of tension, whoever you're speaking to will subconsciously pick up on that. Some part of their brain will get the impression that you're tense, which will make them feel tense. So step 1 is to relax those fingers and let go of that tension. Step 2 is to make sure that more often than not, your palms are facing up and that you're literally handing your ideas to whoever you're speaking to. Like I said to Raj, this will signal that you want to be on the same page, that you're open, that you're trustworthy, and that you're receptive to collaborating. It's okay if your hands aren't facing up 100% of the time. You want to use your own creativity and mix it up when it's helpful to do so. So you might spread them apart when you're expressing what a big impact some initiative will have on their bottom line. Or you might pinch your fingers together when you're expressing how one tiny mistake could cost their team hours of progress. But for the most part, you want to keep those palms open and use some sort of give and take motion that feels instinctive in your body. If your gestures take on too much give, like I'm doing right now, extending my arms far into your personal space, I could come across as a bit needy and invasive. Especially if I keep my arms stretched out and I turn my hands toward each other, now I might seem a bit demanding or controlling. I'm literally trying to control something between my hands. Bottom line, the shape of your hands directly impacts how people interpret what you're saying. But I'm curious, what do you think? Leave a comment below and tell me, what shape do your hands automatically take on when you're speaking? Do you typically talk with your palms up, down, or toward each other? Pay attention to it and let me know what you notice. And if you got something out of this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And finally, make sure you're subscribed for my e-tribe so I can send you more free insights and giveaways I don't share anywhere else, including my free presence playbook, which will prepare you to show up to your next meeting or presentation with less nerves, undeniable presence, and a whole lot of clarity on how to frame your message in a compelling and resonant way. In the meantime, keep showing up as that you most want to be. one intention, one interaction at a time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on the Self-Spoken blog. Bye.